Yeah, welcome to Campbell Masterclass. My name is Moses Katamani. Yeah, we want to apologize for the delay in our broadcast or our training program. Today is supposed to be live discussion, and our network was a little bit, but now we are online. So you are welcome. You are welcome to Campbell Masterclass. My name is Moses Katamani. So those who are on our other platforms will be connected. Yeah, so we are trying to connect other platforms to this platform. Yeah, so once again, you are welcome to Campbell Masterclass. My name is Moses Katamani. Yeah. So we are connecting to other platforms. Actually, a live discussion. Yeah, so you are welcome. The network is just failing us. Yeah, so you are welcome to Campbell Masterclass. This is a live discussion, and this live discussion is going to be focusing on creative ideas, the discussions that we did previously. And I also later on loaded short videos focusing on each area or each segment of the discussion. Yeah, so that's what we are going to focus on now. Yeah, so we are able to put and do our direct discussion here on YouTube. Yeah, so if you're online now, we want to appeal to you to subscribe to the channel, because when you subscribe, anytime we load videos or we are doing live discussions like this, you can participate in the program. So I'm trying to connect others. Yeah, I'm trying to connect others. Yes, so let me see. Yeah, so you are welcome to Campbell Masterclass. You are welcome to Campbell Masterclass. Yeah, so we are connecting others. Yeah, so we are connecting them. As a few people are connected, we'll continue and have our live discussion. Welcome, you are welcome. You are welcome to. You are welcome. Yes, okay. It means many are ringing. And let me see. Ring. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we have to start now because of time. Yeah, in our previous discussion, that is the live discussions, we started with we started first of all with brainstorming on ideas. And in that brainstorming, we tried to look at what ideas are. And we said ideas are thoughts or something that you think about and you try to link or connect to either from life to imagination and what have you. So we look at different types of ideas. And out of that, so the ideas, what we identify is that we can say an idea type is what imagination is abstraction. Idea type can be critical thinking. Idea type can be a story or what have you. Out of that, we also look at creative ideas. And for creative ideas, we said that it is different ideas that are put together to create a new entity or a new thing that you can see either an objective or a new idea for solving a problem. So creative idea is all about solving problem. Now, in that context also, we try to look at how to create these kind of ideas, how to develop the creative ideas, and in one problem around you. From that, we break it down and we look at business idea. And that we said business idea is an idea that you can invest in and you can get profit out of. So when we talk about creative ideas, we are talking about ideas that you can invest into and you are looking forward for dividend out of the idea. Yeah, so that is what we said about create a business idea. And now when we move on, we try to look at how to assess an idea and find out whether the idea you have is a good one. And that one I spoke about it as the 3 realities of creative idea. 3 realities checks, the checks that you need to have about the idea, and then you can prove for yourself that yes, this idea I want to invest into or my time or resources into, is the idea a good one? So that is where we look at the 3 realities of idea. And the first reality of idea that we looked at was or is if the idea is progressive. If the idea you have either for business or for human development to solve a problem is a progressive one. And when we are talking about progressive one idea, we are looking at whether the idea can sustain human nature or can help human existence. Will the idea not extinct humanity? If that is the idea, then the idea may be questionable. So it is not a progressive idea. Yes, so when we are talking about progressive idea, we are talking about whether the idea will enhance human life, human condition, and what have you. Yeah, so if you have an idea you want to invest your time, your resources into, ask yourself if the idea is a progressive idea. Yes, from the discussion we had, another thought that comes in and through somebody's interaction, somebody may ask, so if somebody think that there is a problem in society which is created by somebody or somebody developing an idea, what about if you also want to create an idea to counteract that idea in order that you will distract that danger from the idea somebody is developing? That one, you can think through it. For example, now we can say it is alleged or it is an open secret that the HIV/AIDS was actually a mindset of some people to eliminate a group of people. a race in the world. Now, when when these things started, this develop, and some people were affected, some other people also think about how to eliminate or cure the AIDS disease. And now we know that it is at a stage of being able to manage and live with the HIV/AIDS for a long time. So the precautions are there. Some other people are working in advocacy to remind us about the dangers of HIV. Some other people are also working in order that they can solve the problem or the effect of the disease. That is a good one. So there are some, I want us to understand, it is a fact that there are some people who have evil mindset, evil ideas. They are so adventurous beyond some limitation, and they want to do things in a way to affect some group of people or within a society. So any idea that comes to you that you want to invest your time and resources into in order to solve a problem or mitigate the problem of somebody's idea, negative or destructive idea, that is a good idea I will talk about. So it's progressive. Another thing we talk about the three realities, the second one is whether the idea is sellable. Yeah, we know that in our societies or in our human relationship, there are some people who have evil thoughts. There are some people who have good thoughts. Yes. So in selling idea out, what I spoke about as two ways is one, whether the idea you have, you can invest your resources in it and you will get a dividend. That is whether the idea is sellable. Whether the idea is sellable. Now, in that context also, I spoke about whether that idea, when you share with other people, people will believe in the idea. If other people will believe in the idea, that is another discussion that we had. So that discussion focuses on whether people, when you share the idea with them, they will believe in the idea. Yeah, so that is about the second point, the second reality check, whether the idea, when you invest into it, you can get your dividend or you can make profit on your idea. Second one is whether people, when you share the idea with people, they will believe in it. Then the third one about the three reality checks is about whether the idea can solve problems. So the first one, whether the idea is progressive, the idea is sellable, and third one is whether the idea will solve problem. Now, in my further illustration of the first, I check whether the idea is sellable, is progressive. I also make mention about whether in solving problem. Yeah. So if your idea can solve problem within society, it is a good idea. Yeah. So that is very, very important. Putting the second check, reality check, and the third one together, I also said that the truth is that your idea may be progressive, it will be sellable, it can solve a problem. But there are people who, despite all these three reality checks, you have a clean bill of health for your idea or clean sheet. There are people who still discourage you about it. However, that is why in developing our idea, one thing I want to bring to bear on this discussion, which I think anybody who watch this video will take from it is the fact that when you have an idea, a thought of developing an idea either into business or for advocacy in solving a problem, you also need to build a network of people around your idea. And in building the network, some of them, it can be from the friends that you had from your childhood. The friends you had from your childhood can be people who become your network, focusing on developing or investing your time and resources in the idea. You can also look at people who you think you have, even though you are not too close, but you can also discuss your idea with them and get their view concerning, and if they get to believe in it, then you are building a network of people. So these are the new things. There are additional things I want you to take note in this discussion. The additional thing is that when you are developing an idea, you do the 3 reality checks about it. One other thing that you need to consider, which is very important relating to these reality checks, is that networking with people is very important. Networking. Because if you don't have a network of people, you alone cannot propagate the idea or share idea to different people. So in the network of people that you have around you, those who believe in your idea, those who are passionate about your idea, they become the network of people that you are working with or you'll be working with in order to develop your idea or in order to share the idea with other people. You also have people who can, my network. So the next one is that you need to have people who are high there, who you believe that when you take your idea to, they will believe in the idea, they can even contribute to the idea. In other words, they can give you guidance in pursuing the idea. So these 3 friends, people that you think can believe in your ideas, who are your peers, then those that you think that they have more experience within the area, you should be able to share the idea with them and also be able to get a view, their views, their contributions, and their directions to your idea. So this is what I want you to take note of in this discussion, that you may evaluate your idea, you may do the reality checks of your idea, but still you need a network of people to work with. That is why when we come to the Campbell idea or Campbell International Group idea, I can assure you that there are people who we work with, as I said, since 2008 up to now. There are people that we worked with, and these people, some of them become our advisors, and now some of them become partners of Campbell International Group. So take note of it, because ideas need a network of people. As you need people from your past, those that you knew, those that you get to know moving forward, those who have the technical know-how, those who are your peers, and those who you know that they know more pursue the idea. So in your reality checks, you also need to build a network. And from that context, that people believe in the idea, that is why you need a network. Another angle that I want you to take note of is developing your idea, which we will be talking about later We had a challenge the other time. We couldn't get into detail about it, and that will be the next discussion that we'll be doing. I want you to take note that, yes, building a network, getting people to believe in their idea. There will also be another group of people, some people who will not believe in their idea. What do we do with such people? If you know there are people who, first of all, you discuss the issue with, and it's like they are looking at other factors which are not relevant to building a dream, you should be cautious about such people. So there are people you bring in developing your idea, and there are people that you have to make way or not get close to because of your idea. Because you know already, I can say that there are what we call vision killers or idea killers. In my journey in this work, in this Campbell idea, in this context, I want to discuss two issues concerning vision killers. Some people outright, when you talk to them, they will discourage you about your idea. Some people will see your personality. Some people will see how high they put themselves at the top there. They think they are higher than you. And so when you discuss your idea with them, they say, you too, you think that you can do this, they will discourage you because of that mentality. As my discussions are focusing on Africa, there are some mentalities in Africa which are not helping us. So I want to emphasize on this. So there are some people, they see your facial look, your body structure, or where you are coming from, they want to discourage you about your idea. Yeah, take note. We are talking about ideas, we talk about reality, three realities of the ideas, and we talk about networking. Another thing that you need to avoid in order that there will not be people who come in to discourage you. Yeah, so that is where we are now. So the first one is people who will discourage you about the idea just for nothing. They will discourage you about your idea just for nothing, just because of how you look, where you are coming from, whether they think of themselves as bigger than you. Those things are there, and you need to be careful and avoid such people. Another one is, I will know some, we say vision killers, but there are people I will call vision exploiters, exploitative people who, because they know of what you are about, they know about your conviction, they are not doing anything in a way that to kill it and like, oh, you'll not be able to do it, this is not working, it cannot work. There are some people also who will get you close to themselves. They want to know about your idea. They want to see how they can tap into your idea, not supporting you, but just to tap into your idea and make it themselves, or take the idea for themselves. I can talk about that experience both in Ghana and Nigeria. There was one experience that Campbell had, if I say Campbell had, I had, was the fact that I wrote many business proposals concerning the Campbell idea. And somebody who believed in the idea introduced me to another person. And we had a discussion concerning the idea, and they seemed to believe in the idea. But what happened? When we shared the proposal and how we were going to get the support was given. What happened? Later on, the support was diverted. So in that context, they could not think and develop the idea. However, when they got to know that I had this number of proposals concerning Campbell business, they come as if they want to support us, but when the support came, they diverted the support to themselves. That is an issue. I don't want to go into detail because before I left Ghana, that issue was raging. And for me, there are things I need to do, and I want everybody who listen to me here to take note. Whenever you are pursuing a dream, be careful about vision killers, and also be careful about how, if you are not careful, you get into a problem, and that problem will just be because you have a vision, you share it with somebody, and somebody find a way of exploiting their idea, your vision, and that's the resource, either resources that can be divert the resource, then it becomes a problem for you. So there are processes that I've gone through in this issue I'm discussing now. So take note that you may have a good idea. There are people who believe in your idea, but there are some people also who want to exploit your idea. You have to be cautious or careful about the vision killers and the vision exploiters. These are some of the things I want you to take note of in this discussion. It is very important because there are some analyses about, a business starting. Some people in the first 3 years, they give up on the vision. Some people in the first 5 years, they'll give up, and the number is dwindling. But one thing I've realized is that in those analyses, people don't talk about why people give up on their ideas, or yes, why people give up on their ideas. Most of the times, it is more of external factors. And when the external factors come in, there are people who cannot stand those external factors. They don't know how to go a different direction about the idea. And some also is because they don't have a holistic knowledge, or how they look at the idea. They look at it from one angle. Because of that, when challenges come, people come in to exploit them. They don't know how to divert the idea, redirect the idea in order to pursue it. Now, so another example I'll give from the Campbell idea is that for Campbell idea, I can say the one who is guiding the idea, whose dream it is before I bring people on board. I know the A to Z of the idea. And like in one training I experienced, it was said that if you have an idea, you should be able to speak about the idea, even when you are sleeping and they tap you and talk about the idea. So when you, for example, you tap me now about Campbell idea, I can begin to talk about the Campbell idea, where we are now, where we are coming from, where we are now, where we are going. So it is very important that when you have an idea, yeah. So when there is like a challenge somewhere, you can refocus the idea. That is about direction about the idea. So take note in developing your idea. By all means, but sometimes you have people, or you meet people who discourage you or will exploit your idea. The Campbell dream, as I said already, has been exploited by some people. But another belief I have is that the sky is too big for two birds to crash. That is what I believe. So when you exploit my idea, or you don't exploit it, you undermine it, or you don't undermine it. One thing is that for Campbell, we know where we are coming from, and we know where we are going. And for that matter, We are just persisting. The Campbell dream now is at a stage that nobody can overcome us, but we know Campbell will get to where we dream, we desire it to be. So a solid thing now about Campbell in Ghana and Nigeria, and we are focusing on the whole of Africa. So take note, when you have an idea, you do the evaluations that we talk about, reality checks about idea, building a team is very important, or a network. I will talk about team building later about in one or other discussion when we get there, and especially when we get to the development aspect, which we should have done earlier, but because of the network challenges that we had. So take note of this discussion. It is very, very important. Yeah. So today we are continuing with our discussion. We are looking at the reality checks of idea, and within the reality checks, as we talk about, if people will believe in it, I try to focus now on networking for your idea, and also things you have to, people you have to avoid in the process of your idea development, as you have to accommodate people in the process of your idea development. That is, network with people. Another thing is that there are people you need to avoid in the process of your idea development. That is why you have to be more conscious when you get to certain levels in developing your idea. And those that you are working with, you should always remind them about the focus of the idea, and also identify with them the vision killers and the vision exploiters. Yeah, so this is what I want everybody to take note of in this. I talk about knowledge factor is about, yes, you have an idea, you have the reality check. However, how much do you know about your idea? That is one other thing I want us to discuss today. How much do you know about your idea? That is where the knowledge aspect is very important. The knowledge aspect. And remember, in one of my discussions in the short videos that I loaded, I spoke about wisdom, knowledge. Wisdom, knowledge. And it is a biblical text which says, wisdom is the principal thing, and in all your gettings, get knowledge. Wisdom is the principal thing, and in all your gettings, get knowledge. Now, so that is why our training program is focusing on who a business person is, who an entrepreneur is, who an idea developer is, the characteristics that you need to identify, the character of an entrepreneur you need to know. Then you also need to know about some other factors that will influence your idea. One thing I want everybody to take note of in this discussion is that it is said that, at a stage, like as I related or relate to it in the discussion previously, about how people say, sometimes people start an idea within the first 3 years, they give up 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, they give up, and the number is reducing. One thing I want to take everybody to take note of is about the knowledge you have about what you are doing. If you have knowledge about what you are doing, you can persist when the challenges come. Knowledge, the knowledge and skill that you need to pursue what you are doing. Let me give an example from our idea, the Campbell idea, the educational aspect. We said for Campbell, there are four areas, main areas. That is education, career, people, and business development. These are the four areas, focal points of Campbell ideas. Now, when you come to education alone, education area is very, very broad. The education area is broad. And for Campbell, we are looking at, when the idea started, we are looking at training people through seminars, through career development, through seminars, through training courses, through business incubation. That is more or less in a short course form. Now, apart from that, we are looking at the academic system, the formal education. The formal education in the initial stage, we're not looking at it because of more or less the capital intensive, how it is, and some other structures, and the considerations about the idea. Now, I'm talking about knowledge. Let's take note of it. Now, later on, I develop an area which is into writing, is education. Writing books, and most of the idea I share online in our training, some of them they have already written about. Now, so in a aspect now, do we establish a physical school or online school? That is about knowledge. Then we move on, which is this platform. Then we look at Campbell Academy, which is formal school online. I hope you understand that. So, yeah, so helps you in the process of the idea development. Develop in order to develop your idea. So we will be focusing on the knowledge and skill sets in our next discussion, that is on Thursday and Friday. We'll be looking at the idea development. And when you are developing an idea, we'll be focusing on the knowledge and skill sets that you need. So we'll talk about who an entrepreneur is, the characteristics of an entrepreneur. Then we will be looking at some of the challenges, like I said earlier, some of the things that will discourage you, or in the process when you start a business, if you don't do those reality checks. It can also be a reality check, actually. So that those are the things that come in the future and become a challenge to your idea, which I shared already, that we at Campbell also faced some of those challenges in the process of the idea development. So I hope as you follow this discussion, and I hope that you will actually you will look at what we are talking about today. It is very important, because some people give up because they think that, hey, I want you to take note. Not everybody will embrace your idea, and not everybody will see your idea as if it doesn't matter. After you do the reality checks, those that you are speaking to, some of them, after speaking to them, there are many things we need to learn in this life, because some people, when you go to them, Their body language alone should tell you that this is not the kind of person that you should share your idea with. That is why we need knowledge in our personal development. Yes, so when it comes to personal development issue, I can talk more about it because some of the issues I discussed in my book, Education, Career, People, and Business, Education, Career, and Personal Development. Some of those issues I raised and discussed them in that book. Yeah, so we are talking about idea, creative idea. My focus is on reality check. We discussed the reality checks earlier, and now we are talking about networking for your idea. And as you are networking, what you should avoid in order that you don't get people to discourage or exploit your idea. One thing, finally, I want to say before I go on this discussion is that every idea you have after all the reality checks, it can work. But you must also make sure that you get the right people around your idea because you alone cannot do it. When those that you are going to get to be part of your idea, we will also discuss that because technically, you, an entrepreneur, is more or less a generalizer. You see, generally look at around the idea. In the process of developing and building the idea, you need other people. And I'm going to talk about why you think that sometimes somebody who you think that doesn't have a higher education will get to employ those who have higher education to be able to work for them. When we get there, we'll be discussing all those ones. But the major thing that we want to do to look at is the idea development. In the process of the idea development, the knowledge and skill set that you need, the kind of people you need to network with, and another thing we'll be discussing in our next program will actually focus on whether in Africa, why many businesses are not working, or why is it that many people think about they alone, oh, especially when you talk about types of business, sole proprietorship. Why is it that many people, they all want to be sole proprietors? We will discuss that. Then we will also look at the advantages of what or building business with people, having partners in developing your idea. We will look at that. In fact, on this note, I would say it's been a wonderful time. Yes, as I said earlier, nothing will stop us from focusing on what we are doing. And it came last week when we were having challenge with network. What did we do? I loaded some other videos for you to go through and review what we studied. So the assurance is that our next discussion will be focusing on business development. And we will this week ending, then we are going to the next level of our October creative ideas and creative career development. So next week will be creative career development. And I can assure you that within the 2 days that we have, we'll be able to go through the business development to a level. And all other things, if you want us to continue with you to help you to develop your idea, we will be able to help you to do that. And that one, we can be your partner, we can do it for a fee. All these things are part of the Campbell idea. We can also develop websites for you, we can develop an app for you. And I'm going to talk about some other businesses which are Campbell affiliate, and I think I'm also going to do a video concerning that and share here those who want to partner with either Campbell or those other businesses that Campbell is connected with. We will be glad to welcome you because we want to develop businesses in Africa and we want to be developed to the level of self-sufficiency and also partnership abroad. We hope you continue to follow Campbell. As we say at Campbell, our focus is on education, career, people, and business development. And that at Campbell Masterclass, we want to empower people with knowledge and skill sets in their personal development, in aspirations, and that we at Campbell, we say we anchor vision and mission. Finally, don't come here and leave without subscribing to our channel. You may see it as a small beginning, but we can assure you that where we are going, these other things that we are doing becomes a reference point. And one day when you come to this platform, you will know that indeed Campbell International Group, we are on a vision and we are on a mission. And that as we are on a vision, we are on a mission for coming, and we hope that you will share this. We hope that you will share this with other people. They will also join the platform. Thank you and God bless you.